Do you and your stakeholders actually agree on what numbers are important? Hi folks, Alan Cameron-Sweeney here with another tip on how to be a better finance business partner. And today I want to talk about meaningful metrics. And to do that, I need to tell you about my son, Leopold. Here's a picture of him. As you can see, he's a very happy boy, but you can also see he's got some prongs in his nose for oxygen. Leopold was born 3 months early and he had chronic lung disease. He was only 663 grams, so about the size of a bottle of Coke. And how do you monitor such a tiny baby? Well, Leopold got his own dashboard. We've got 3 things on this dashboard. One, he's got his oxygen rate, and that needs to be above 90. Then he's got his heart rate, and then he has his own trend line for his oxygen. So if you step away from the dashboard, you can actually see how he's been going over the last few minutes. Now, Leopold spent 8 months in hospital and then he came home still on oxygen. So he's at home on oxygen for another 7 months or so. So in our house, a lot of things could happen. If that machine, if his stats, oxygen stats drop below 90, the machine would beep. Leopold is also on a feeding machine, and if that runs out of formula, it beeps. And for a long time, Leopold liked to puke on himself about 5 or 6 times a day. And then we also have a dog, and if anybody comes to the front door, the dog goes mental. So you can imagine in our house, when things all happen at once, the dashboard's beeping, his food machine's beeping, he's puking on himself, and the dog is losing his tiny little mind. So then it became the line in our house. Does Leopold have oxygen? Because the dog can go mad, he can run out of food, and he can puke on himself. Those things aren't actually life-threatening. But if he doesn't have oxygen, he's not going to survive. So it became the line, does Leopold have oxygen? Everything else can wait. When I'm giving keynote talks, I always like to ask the people, do you and your stakeholders agree on what numbers are important? And it's oh so rare that somebody actually puts up their hand. I was over in New Zealand talking, and one lady, she did put up her hand. So I said, well, what's your secret? She says, well, I work for myself. But and that's probably cheating. But it's a very important question to ask. So next time you're having a meeting with your stakeholders, ask them, do we actually agree on what numbers are important? Because if you know what's important, you can drive the business in the right direction. If you're measuring the wrong thing, well, it's not going to really help, is it? And just to touch on Leopold, because people always ask, how is he doing now? Well, he is doing absolutely fantastic. He's off his oxygen and he's going from strength to strength. And as a dad, I'd like to think I've done what I can for him. I've given him a really strong name. Leopold Rupert Cameron-Sweeney. He's either going to be a CEO or a wanker. So folks, I would love to know, do you and your stakeholders agree on what numbers are important? Please let me know in the comments below.